Hey guys, Justin here coming at you from the 4x4 test tent with another unboxing video. This is from a company I have never reviewed before. I believe it is called Ispirix. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'm not great with that, but it might be. You can determine your own pronunciation. But yeah, it's another big bar light. Man, these bar lights are everywhere right now. And this one is a big one. It's their 700X model. And there's not really much else to say other than it's a big box and we need to get this sucker open. So yeah. Alright, well, hey, I guess we'll get a small open. So that's what it looks like inside the box. Let's try this again. I'm a little rusty, you know, it's been a few days since I made a video, so. Alright, there we go. All the way open now. We can take a good look at this. Let me get the camera off the stand here. This is it's a big light. How many bars is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy crap. That's a lot of bars, bro. Look at that. Wow. An 8-bar light. And then this beast here, I'm guessing, is the driver. This is the 1700X. I thought it said 700X on the box, but you guys saw the box. It had like a big old chunk out of it. It got beat up pretty bad in shipping, but the light made it just fine. Like, there's not really a scratch on the light or on the big driver box. This is crazy. I've never seen a driver box like this that was detachable, comes with the light. So we're gonna have to see how this hooks in. I think I see there's some screw holes there. There are some screw holes in between. Maybe it goes on there. Maybe we should check out the owner's manual. So this is the owner's manual that came with it. It was just kind of like stuffed in there a little bit. All right, so here's how we put it together. About what I figured. Steps for that. Wiring. Operating. It does have a dimmer. Precautions. Care of your fixture. Intended application. Doesn't really say anything about warranty on here. I'll put any warranty info that I find in the pinned comment or in the description. Let's see what the accessory box has to hold here. Oh boy, it's a tough box. It does not want to open there. All right. It didn't want to fold, like it was it was locked. I was locked out of the box. So here's I'm guessing a daisy chain? I'm guessing. Guess we'll find out later. Whoa! Whoa! Now this, we got silky rope ratchets? What the heck? Now that's interesting. Got the silky rope ratchet. Okay, interesting. It has the metal gear. Just a hook there. I have not had a pair of these myself. I've seen a lot of rope ratchets. Not this one. It's kind of cool. You got the pins to hold it together, hanging kit, I imagine more hanging kit, more than likely. So yeah, that's what's in the accessory box. And like I said, we got the big driver box, and then the 8-bar bad boy. This thing goes all the way to the edge of the tent and then some. Like, you can see, it's big. This is a big light. So let's go ahead and get this big light hooked up and see if it produces big par. So I will be right back. All right, guys, we are back and we've got it all hooked up. This is actually pretty easy to put together. The driver box just kind of sits on these screws here. I guess you could screw it down if you want, but it's heavy enough and it fits on there well enough that I didn't even screw it down, and it works just fine. But the hanging kit, just as I thought, you got that little bar that goes across there. I thought at first that these were plastic to hang these from, and I was like, whoa, no, but after further inspection, they are actually metal. So they are all metal hanging brackets all the way around. It scared me there for a second because I've seen brackets that look just like that are plastic. So yeah, everything seemed to work out. Underside of the light here looks pretty cool with the logo across the middle bar there, across the driver bar. And then you got your 8 bars here. Looks like a mix of cool white, warm white, and red. I don't really see any UV, and I don't see any infrared. So I'm not seeing those, but what I do see is a crap load of bars. Like, this thing is crazy. Crazy. And you can see the 4-corner par readings. This is at the lowest setting. Like about as low as it'll go. It might go just a tad lower. The dimmer is actually really smooth on this thing. It's all the way over there though. This thing is so big. So big. Like it is filling this tent, more than filling this tent. Like, wow. That's nuts, man. So we got all the meters, of course. We got the meter, we got the par meter spectrometer, we got the heat meter, baby katana, already put in work. We got the 4-corner par meters hooked up to the laptop. So let's go ahead and push some par, man. Let's check this out. So meter says we are at 25 inches off the floor. It's kind of tilted a little bit this way because of the power cords over here, but it is about 25 inches, and I'm tilted up against the floor too. Oh man, this thing's huge, man. So 25 inches across, which is going to be a 24-inch canopy across the bottom here. Let's get the meters out of the way. And let's reach over to this dimmer over here. See if we can go any lower first. Oh, a little bit. Okay, there's totally off. So that's like the lowest setting it'll go right there. So that's super low. That's lower than I expected out of a light this size. So let's bring it up a little bit. We'll get to the par distance here, or par rating, I should say, for cloning. Alright, so there we are. We got 140, 130 in all the corners except for this one because it's open. There's no real reflection there. So that would be really good for cloning and seedlings. It's 132 watts, it looks like. 132 watts that it's pushing there. I can't get the camera around to look at the dimmer like I normally do. You guys know I normally do. I just can't. There's a wall over here, so I can't even like open the flap and look at it or anything like that. So yeah, we're just gonna have to go off of, hopefully, I know a lot of you guys, you can't afford a par meter, but you can afford a watt meter. That would be really helpful in this situation because you could just match watt to watt. Watt meters are only like 20-30 bucks. It's pretty easy to get. So this is 132 watts at 24 inches off the canopy. Is going to be about your cloning and seedling limit there. Let's check the center reading. Oh yeah, that's super even too. 185 in the middle. That's nice. That's really nice. I'll take that. So let's find veg now. We'll crank it up over here. Luckily I got long arms. Whoa. It goes up in a hurry. Alright, so about 350, 330, 350 in the middle. And then the weak side there again, because it's wide open. There's not a whole lot of reflection there. But let's check the middle. $455, that's not bad. That's a little higher than I like to go for veg, but it's not really bad, especially for the middle. And the outside is perfect. So yeah, this is looking really good. Nice even coverage so far. I really like it. So let's go up to the bottom of flower now. Let's see here. We're going to try and hit about 600-ish in the corners. Trying to move out of the way so I can let it settle a little bit in between switching it here. Just a little bit more. Dang, that does go up quick. I'm barely moving it, and it is just, it's rocketing. Alright, I think that's going to be about it right there. Alright, so 575, 630, somewhere in there. That's going to be about good. So let's see what the middle is. Now that we got the edges at the minimum rating for flowering, the middle is nice. 780. So if you're a beginner grower and you get this light for your 4x4, yeah, this is actually not too bad. Right here you can set it to 530 watts at 24 inches off the canopy, and you're gonna push 780 to the middle and around 600 to the corners. That's great for a beginner. That's really, really great for a beginner. You're gonna get nice, fat, chunky nugs, but you're not gonna overpower the plant to the point where you're gonna have to be on top of every aspect of the grow, like the pH, the nutrients, and everything. Like, you wanna be on top of that anyway, but to hit like the upper echelon of the par levels, you really, really have to be on your game as far as feeding and pH goes. So this is where I would say for beginners to set. Now let's just blow it open, and we'll see what the highest we can get with this kit here. So we got all four corners reset. We're looking at about 700, 750 to the corners approximately. And then our middle rating, $965. Yeah, buddy. That is nice. That is real nice. So that's going to be perfect for you guys that are a little bit more of an advanced grower. I mean, you're 750, 700 and 750 in the corners, and then 960 in the middle. That's perfect, man. That is perfect. That's perfect for anybody that that is a good grower that doesn't use CO2. To go any higher than that, you really want to use CO2 to get above 1,000. But this is This is a great setup for this this kit here. Like 4x4 tent with this light. The par is super, super even. I'm digging it. I think it's that 8 bars, man. You got 8 bars here, spreading out the light nice and even. That is just killer. That is just bars for days. Ridiculous. So awesome. And they don't really feel, they don't feel very hot either. Like, they've got a hell of a heat sink on them. And this part is super light. Like, this part of it, I was like, wow, this is like almost like a toy light. But it's, I mean, it's aluminum, so I mean, it's sturdy and light. This is not light. This is heavy. This is super heavy. So that's where all your drivers and everything are. And it's quite heavy. That is definitely the heaviest part of the light by far. The rest of it is not bad at all. I do wish that I could detach the driver and run it outside the tent. It does look cool on there and everything, but yeah, I would like to be able to detach it just for heat's sake and whatnot. But speaking of heat, let's go ahead and we'll let this warm up. Oh, we got to do the spectrum test. So oh, can't forget that. Damn. All right, so here we go. We're fired up. Let's see what we got. Spectrum test. There we go. No bump at 740. So yep, no IR, no UV. Nice spike in red though. That is a pretty nice red spike there. At the 660. That's pretty nice. And then the normal mixed spectrum red spike kind of matches it. So it does have a decent amount of red. That's for sure. Blue spike is always way up high there. It doesn't really mean that it's more blue, as you can see here in the PPFD makeup. There's much more red than blue, even though it looks different on the graph there. So yeah, pretty kick-ass. Let's go ahead and let this thing warm up, and we'll take some readings and wrap it up. Just wanted to talk for a second a little bit about the structure of this light. Unlike a lot of the bar style lights that I have reviewed, this is not a folder. This actually came in 2 pieces, and there's a pin here that holds them together. And it's a good, probably almost 2-inch piece of aluminum that goes back in here. So it's nice and strong, nice and strong. And you got a pin on each side. There's a better look at the pin there. So it's definitely not a folder, and it's built very, very sturdily. And it's hung right too. A lot of the lights tend to have the hanger like way out here on the ends, and then it kind of like, it creates a lot of stress. If you're hanging it from the ends and the weight is in the middle, obviously it's going to tend to want to just completely collapse and fold the wrong way. So this does not do that. This actually gives you pretty close hanging brackets to where the actual weight is in the box here. And then they also give you an extra hanging kit. That was the other wires that were there with the carabiners, the little mini carabiners. You can actually hang that like this if you have a solid mount that you want to mount this to. Instead of doing rope ratchets, you could do a solid mount, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hanging points on each side. And like I said, they're all metal, nice and sturdy. So this is a pretty damn beefy light as far as construction goes. Definitely. And the output is great. The thermal capacity is really seeming to kill it. I've had it warming up for a bit now, and it's not really doing anything. Like, wow. It's at 100%, and it's barely warm. So let it warm up just a little longer. We're going to see if we can get some heat out of this thing. And we'll bring out the heat gun, see what we see. Alright, so I've let this thing warm up for over an hour in the tent, just like I do all of them. And it's just not that hot. Look at that. 113, and that's under the driver. That bar that's right under the driver. The driver itself is 90, 94, and we're talking 115 on the hottest point. That's ridiculous, man. That is absolutely awesome. See that bar there? 115. Here's the sticker right here. I know a lot of you guys like stickers with these heat tests. Nope, no change. That's awesome. Totally awesome. Like one of the best testing heat spreading lights that I've seen. Like it spreads very evenly. It's so cool to the touch. It feels like it's barely even on. The driver box isn't even, I mean, it's lukewarm. Like these, you can actually feel some heat. The driver box, you can't really feel anything. It feels like the same as your skin, just about. A little bit warmer. It's got a slight warm feel to it. But yeah, guys, this is it's a pretty banger light. I dig it. Hell yeah. It's got good thermals. It's built well. Shit, that's pretty nice. So click the link below if you guys want to check out some more info on this light. I'll have any other info in the pinned comment if there's anything I have to add. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. I've been getting kind of shadow banned on here recently, so thumbs up and good comments and stuff in the comments down there really help out with the algorithm. So please help out with that. YouTube's being kind of crappy to everybody right now. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the review, and until next time, happy growing.